I'm here at St. Louis School in Batesville, where this classroom behind me is empty. That's because the kids are skipping class for a big celebration. From Twister to competitive games of cornhole, St. Louis first graders held a party on Friday for their beloved teacher.
Today is a celebration of me being finished with my cancer treatments.
Andy McKee, better known as Miss McKee to her students, was diagnosed with breast cancer over the summer. Her treatments began shortly after school started, and as time went on, the kids began to notice.
Once I got to the second treatment, not long after that, I lost my hair, and so that's when, at that point, I had to really let them in on what was going on.
That's when Miss McKee said she felt a calling to let her kids be part of the journey.
So we just kind of did everything on their level, explaining to them the treatments and how everything was working. We took pictures of me hooked up to the chemo so they could see how that worked. And once I moved on to radiation, we took pictures.
And the students had many questions, but also showed their support. There were homework assignments like this one, where kids guessed what color her hair would be when it grew back. And along the way, there were lessons learned about cancer.
It takes time. It takes time for her treatments to be over, her hair to grow back.
Also along the way, these lessons learned turned into prayers being said.
That when she's done with her treatment, that she rings the bell.
And Miss McKee rang the bell, and it was time to have a party, and it was entirely planned by the kids. It started with this invitation being mailed out to the parents, while kids were placed into different committees, some planning activities and decorations, others with the big responsibility of being on the food committee.
Miss McKee said local areas for pizza, so we picked Ison's. Then, yeah, we have the fruit tray. We have a veggie tray.
And it all came together Friday as parents also stopped by Miss McKee's celebration. And for the teacher, it means the world to have the support and love from her school, not just from her current students, but those she has taught over the past 11 years.
A friend had said to me, you know, those seeds you sow with no intent of anything in return come back twofold. And this was very humbling because I had entire families of kids that I had taught show up at my door with cards of support because all I did was love their kids and teach them.
One final lesson that Miss McKee hopes to pass along, that if any of these kids have a loved one with cancer in the future, she wants them to know that they're never alone and there's always someone they can turn to. Reporting in Batesville, Stephen Harmeyer, 812now.com.